Guys, here we go.
Please return Bubbles, your flight attendant, to her fully upright and locked position. Oh, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat and buckle up. Seat backs and tray tables in their full upright position. It's another episode of Skip Happens. A view from 30,000 feet. From the first music lesson to the first paid gig to signing the deal, it's the journey that is the life of an artist. Now, here's your captain and co-captain, a.k.a. your hosts, Skip Clark and Deb Lamphere.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello, Deb. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing well. Wait a minute. I know we have our guests like right over there. We'll get to them in just a second, but you're not in your usual setting.
I
There's
am
a bed in
not.
the background, a dresser.
You
You're
weren't
obviously
supposed
not.
to make it obvious.
I'm not. Nobody's going to
Okay.
hear this. No, I'm just kidding. Everybody's hearing it. But where are you, Deb?
I am in Nashville this week. So
Really?
I am podcasting it from afar. So
I love it. Hope you're having a good time. And our guest tonight, no stranger to Nashville, no stranger to West Palm Beach. From what I understand, they're now kind of picking things up and even moving a little bit closer to Nashville, which is kind of cool. I want y'all to say hi to Juna and Joey. They are a sibling country duo. If I remember correctly, your first shot to fame was by posting covers on YouTube. We talked about this in a previous podcast. And your numbers were like through the roof. Like I wrote these down, 8.1 million back then collective views, 10 million TikTok views, crazy. And I imagine those numbers are like unbelievable by now. That was I don't know what, maybe a year ago we talked.
Wow. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. How are you guys? What's going on?
We're
Great.
good.
How are you? Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. So glad you're taking the time out to join Deb and I here tonight, because there's been a lot going on in your lives. For a brother and sister duo, you guys just like dropping the singles left and right. And it wasn't all that long ago that you dropped your single "More Than a Maybe." And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is our third song off of our self-titled EP, which there's 4 total songs. There's Something Good to Miss, To Your Heartbreaks, More Than a Maybe, and I'm So Over You. And you can tell them what's
it's just about a relationship kind of song. It's up rock and love song. And basically, you're hoping for more than maybe. Hopefully, they say yes when you ask them out, or hopefully they don't close the door in your face, walk away. Hopefully, they say yes. So, yeah, it's just an up rocking tune. Hopefully, we're going to do a music video for it. We got a lyric video for it on our YouTube channel. And,
I was checking it out on your YouTube channel. I like the cowboy hat, dude, that you got on in the video in the YouTube, which is pretty cool. And you got it. Do you usually wear the cowboy hat thing, or you don't? Do you?
I usually don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of just like to show the mullet. The mullet,
yeah. That's the end thing though now. So
yeah.
Isn't that's amazing? That's coming back. It's just growing up, I went through that stage, and now look at it. It's like it had to go away. Now it's all coming back. Look at Morgan Wallen. I mean, look at those guys they all got the mullet now.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
See, I wear the hat when I don't have my hair done.
Take the hat off for a second. Let's see. Take it off. Come on, dude. See?
It don't look so bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just,
it's not bad.
You know how many guys are going to
go,
I'm jealous of all that hair. I mean, I still have hair, but I got a lot of friends my age that do not have hair any longer. So, yeah. So More Than a Maybe. Pretty interesting. And of course, is that an experience that you guys one of you went through, or is it you just sat down and you got with a bunch of writers and said, I want to write a song about this?
Yeah, we just sat down. We actually walked into write, and he's like, yeah, I got this title,
More Than a Maybe.
More Than a Maybe. More Than a Maybe. And I was like, ooh, the M's, that's kind of cool. So then, we got the chords going, and then we were just like, you're standing with your friends, and just came about. Like,
I don't think this is like necessarily like a personal experience.
I got it.
Still, it was a really fun write.
Yeah, all of our originals are about relationships, and like we've been in none, so I don't really know where.
I was going to ask about that, because usually people are writing from life experiences, and even you guys had. Oh, why is my phone?
Because you're
letting
important.
me know that our podcast is live, Skip. But being so young and not having all of that experience behind you, how does your thought process come about?
I think it's kind of just like putting ourselves in other people's shoes and kind of like relating to it that way. And like our friends go through things and like we know from them and stuff. And like we talk to them about it and stuff. And I don't know, we kind of just get it from pull the inspiration from anywhere.
Juna, are you still in school?
Yes, I'm in my senior year of high school.
Okay, but
Yeah.
how does that work? Because last time we talked, you were telling us about you live in West Palm Beach, but then again, you have the place near Nashville. Are you just doing it all from home?
Yeah, I'm transferred to an online school. It's like a
Hmm.
school for athletes and musicians. So they provide like a lot lighter of a workload, and they're super understanding with like turning assignments. And it's been like the greatest blessing ever. I love online school, and I love the school that I go to. And I'm just
How
so
awesome.
grateful to be able to do that, and also like tour and play music at the same time. It's honestly just like the biggest.
Yeah. Well, do it while you can, because
Mhm.
it is a lot of work, no doubt. I mean, it's pretty obvious. But you guys grew up in West Palm, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And have you been back to Florida since the hurricane? Now, I know West Palm I have friends there too, and that was pretty much, I have some baseball player friends that live there, but they said that it kind of missed them, but other parts were like, phew, just
Yeah,
unbelievable.
it just
We got a little
missed
bit of
us.
rain. Yeah, it just missed us. We got a little, gray clouds, but just rain. Basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Very lucky. Very lucky.
Very
So
lucky.
what inspires you to with your music and to get you into the mood to write and some of your songs? What inspires you to do that?
I think there's so many things that inspire us, especially like our favorite artists that we listen to, some of our favorite songwriters. And Hardy is one of them. I've just been listening to his music, and he's just not only an incredible writer, but
Unbelievable.
also a performer. So
His lyrics are so
his
good.
writings inspires us so much to continue to write and hopefully have a
Yeah.
song as good as one of his, or even write with him. That would be,
Oh,
amazing.
that would be nice.
But yeah, and just like life experiences and like things like that, and going on tour and having so many memories and things inspire us to just keep writing and yeah.
Currently, I'm going to Berkeley in Boston.
Right.
I'm taking songwriting right now. So songwriting, I'm locked in. Like it's like my dream passion. Like it's like think of a hit song constantly, like just free writing. It's all about free writing and poetry and just sitting down and be like, man, I gotta write something. Just what's on your mind, anything. Like you have a blank mind and you just randomly write. And I've been doing that every single day, and it's like really helped me, figure out, the secret of writing. And the teachers at Berkeley are really helping me with that, and teaching me the right way in songwriting. And hopefully one day we'll get that hit song. But currently we have like so many originals out that are in our repertoire that you guys haven't heard yet. And we're so excited to put these songs out. Like these songs, what we have are great. It's just like
They were written
I'm
a
so
long
sick
time
and
ago.
I'm so sick and tired of singing those songs. I mean, I'm like, I love the songs, but like these songs just
Who's more of the writer of you both?
I think we like provide like different things. Like Joey's more like, he knows a lot on guitar. He's like a professional guitar player. Like, I'm not even kidding. And so he provides a lot of like cool guitar licks and different chords that I could never come up with. And I would say I provide more of like the lyrical storyness to the
like
song,
the idea. And we I mean, I
Right.
have some originals that I've written that I've showed Juna, and she's like, wow, we gotta add a harmony to this and do something. But it's all about sitting down and just collaborating, because it's easier with two people. Obviously, like the more people in the right, the better the song is going to be. And that's just how it is,
Really? So all those songs that you have, are they the result of the pandemic? Because so many artists that we have spoken to have said that I've got so many songs because I had so much downtime and I was able to put all these in the closet to use at a later time. And now they're starting to put them all out. Morgan Wallen dropped, Mitchell Tenpenny. I'm sorry. Mitchell Tenpenny dropped an album with 20 tracks on it just recently. Morgan Wallen, A Dangerous Album. That's a double album. It's amazing what these artists are doing.
Yeah.
I think it was definitely during COVID, but I think also we went to the Key West Songwriters Festival, and that was
cool.
definitely an inspiring time
really
for
got
us to
inspired by
see
that.
a lot of different artists, like listen to our favorite songs, and be like, they wrote that, and it was just like kind of cool to meet them and connect with them. I think that's definitely where like our writing kind of just like took off.
Yeah, we met like Taylor Swift's writer and Jake Owen and Morgan Wallen and all these like amazing songwriters, and we even have their phone numbers. So sooner or later we're gonna write with them, hopefully.
Oh, wow.
So it
That'd
just,
be awesome.
it takes time, and at the right moment, maybe we'll be able to do that. But until then, we are just going to keep writing, practice our craft, keep
doing
playing
it.
guitar, and do our thing.
And Joey, how does that work with college though? Going to Berkeley and then also doing, like I asked Juna earlier, how's that work with you? Is it very difficult? I mean, if you're on tour,
It's actually it's pretty easy for me. I just kind of manage it, like my workload is not that bad,
Mhm.
but it'll like catch up with you. So like the assignments, you have time to do it, but if you like don't do it, then it's not that good. So you kind of want to do it in increments, and just
Yeah.
make sure that you're on top of it. So
Now, did you just wrap up a tour in Europe?
Yes, we actually just got back from a 3-month tour all summer in the UK. We were in England, Scotland, and
Wales?
Wales. Yes,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
that was just like an incredible, amazing experience that is like you can't get anywhere else. Like, it was amazing. And we did a school tour for schools throughout those areas, and we did a talk on mental health and anti-bullying because we have a song called Anchor about
Yes.
just having that one person that keeps you grounded, like how an anchor would for a boat.
Mhm.
Someone that's there to support you and be there for you no matter what you're going through. And that's a really important message that we feel, is great for kids, especially our age, because they can relate to us more rather than like their
Exactly.
teachers telling them, people telling them over and over. But if it's coming from somebody their own age and someone that they can connect with more, then I think it really hits them harder. And we're so blessed to have been able to do that for them and provide help for those that needed it. And a lot of them didn't really know country music that much. So we also got to introduce them to country music. And by the end of the performance, they were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm the biggest country fan. Like, let me get my cowboy boots." Like, they were just like so excited about it.
you're like, "Oh my god, can we take a photo?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Oh.
it's so pretty!" Like,
So when something
Yeah.
like that, this is actually the first I've ever heard of like a school tour. And of course, it works out well because you both are young and can relate to the students there. But
Mhm.
who puts together an idea like that? Because that's a very positive reinforcement
Absolutely.
that you're presenting to them, as well as gaining exposure for yourself. So
Yeah, well, our manager had set it up through like a booking agent, I think it was, over in the UK. It's
he
like an
basically does
organization.
schools and
Yeah, he
stuff.
only does school tours, so he just
that
packs and stuff. So
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like we taught the kids, like, sleep, how sleep is so important,
Mhm.
and like putting your phone away at night,
and
and
body image, and different things.
mental health,
Mhm. Mhm.
just
Oh
everything.
my
like that.
God, that's so important right now.
And then
That's
we
very
also
cool.
did then a little like set of some music, and then we signed some stuff, and then we autographed
Yeah, we must have
some weird
signed.
things,
Yeah.
honestly.
We must have signed about like 100,000
Flyers, like,
flyers.
literally.
Like,
And we signed
Yeah.
a couple arms, foreheads, a chest, socks, and some phone cases. We signed pretty
Oh
much
my
everything.
God. Writer's cramp at the end of
Yeah,
that.
Juna and Joey, that's only the beginning,
Mhm.
I mean, look
Oh,
at
I
where
know.
you're just, you've only been doing this for a few years now. Wait, let's give it another 10 years. You're going to be signing more than just that stuff. Let me tell you.
My
It-
signature
it-
will be
it-
perfected.
But that's, do you work on seriously? This is great. Do you work on your signature, your autograph?
Honestly, I have done before. I have worked on it before.
Yes.
I like, since our name is like very short, like Joey is just kind of like quick. I don't actually practice it. I kind of I got it already down. Like I like.
Yeah, that's true. It's
Sometimes,
probably
like,
pretty easy.
if I have a little bit more time, I'll do like a nice J and a little heart.
Do like
And if I
Little
don't,
Yes.
it's
flair
like,
to it. Yeah.
do a little scribbly boo like off the page.
So I always thought there was an autograph signing class that they put all the artists through. There's got to be something
Really?
because, well, no, this is my imagination because
Let's start
every
it.
one of the artist's signatures are a scribble, but they're kind of a neat scribble.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
something so scrambled, somebody really can't interpretate it. So I'm like, there's got to be a signatures class or something that they
Yeah,
take.
some-
But
Like when I walk into like places or like Hall of Fame or like places in hotels down in Nashville and there's like signatures, I'm like, who is that? Like, I can't even see what it is. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I'm like, what kind of
But-
signature is that?
but we do want to be able to have like a good like brand name, like
Distinct,
kind of
little
like
logo.
just a logo. That's really important.
Yes.
That's what we're
Yeah.
trying to find right now. And yeah, so sooner or later we'll just have the J and J, but I'm not too sure what we're doing, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out and it'll be yours. And when you
right.
see it, you're going to know that's Juna and Joey. So that's cool. I know I have I was looking for it here. I have well, behind me there, I have a guitar that's autographed. And to be honest with you, I can't read half the autographs on it. And now it's been a few years and I'm going,
Who was that?
that might be. But then there's other ones which are pretty good. I'm just, Drake White, I can read. Frankie Ballard, Lanco is cool. But I don't know. There's something down below. I don't know. It just looks like somebody did that. But I know, but I do know, being it, doing what I do for a good number of years and being with the artists at different shows, that a lot of them have a certain signature, and it's just that's theirs, and they've worked on it, they perfected it, and that's the way it is.
You know what's so good though? Like, there's not going to be ever like a signature that you see out there that says Juna N Joey, because like
no, that's clever. That's awesome.
Because we got it locked in.
You got it locked in, man. You got it locked in. So, one of my favorite questions to ask an artist is the word success. What does that mean to you?
I think the word success means at a point in our lives where we can continue to do what we love, yet make a living off of it. I think that's pretty much success. I don't think getting as famous as we possibly can be is success, really. I mean, that's nice, that's
a bonus.
Definitely a bonus. But I think if we can, support ourselves and our families in the future and just continue to do music and make memories and just do what we love and inspire people and meet people, play shows and just do all that, that's pretty much success.
Is all about putting butts in seats.
Let's see. I think that's the business side
I like
of the
Joey's
relationship.
thinking. Juna's like all business like, and Joey's like, hey, I just want butts in those seats.
No, that's the
what we need to
business
do. That's how
side
we're
in
gonna
a
get
way.
money. That's how we're gonna make money.
It's really important because these
Yeah.
fans that follow us, like even like your super fans and stuff like that, they're gonna come to your show, and we just need a couple of those people to tell a couple more people, and then we'll have load of butts.
Have a lot of butts in the seats.
A lot of butts.
Yes.
I love it. I always say it's one fan at a time, because that one fan's going to tell another fan who's going to tell it grows.
It's like it said that like one person is going to tell 9 people. That's like exactly like the right kind of thing. Like sooner or later, 9 people will have heard of it from that one person. It's like what they say.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
It might get twisted around a little bit, but it's still,
They'll say it, but nobody will like listen. Maybe only a couple people listen.
Do you guys get along really well?
Yeah.
Your brother and sister. Let's just face it. I fought with my sisters. I have 2 sisters. There's times that we hated each other, and there's other times that we can't get enough of each other. So.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, sometimes she gets a little moody. I don't know, like she's hungry or she's got to.
I am guilty of being very angry sometimes.
Yeah, you get moody. Moody.
Us women are allowed to be moody.
I agree.
Like I'm like, all right, Joseph, no. This happened earlier.
Then things are good. That's normal. That's good. That's good. Do you ever like? Wait a minute. In West Palm, wasn't it your family had the fruit stand?
Yes, our dad owns a produce market.
A produce. So, do you guys ever go and work the stand at all?
Sometimes we actually have done a lemonade stand a few times. We used to when we were really little. We sold lemonade.
What a great idea! What a great idea!
$50 one time.
Yeah, we were making
nice.
$150.
Yeah,
dude. Back
You
then,
must
that
have
was
been
on
really
lemonade.
cute.
Yeah, lemonade.
That's more than we get from shows sometimes. Maybe we should get in the lemonade.
There's go. I was gonna say.
Let's do it.
So you're outside of Nashville now. You're moving closer to the city, and why is that?
I think the drive from where we are now in Manchester to Nashville is just a little long, and I think just being able to be down there as much as we can and hang around there is really important. So we kind of just want to just move a little closer.
That's where all like the songwriters are, and like we're almost 20, kind of almost 21, so we'll be able to play more shows down there. Play at the Opry,
and there's
the
a
Whiskey
lot of
Jam, sort of things like that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of like writers rounds too that go on down there, and every time we want to do one, it's like a hassle to go back and forth. It's like a 2-hour thing.
No,
Better.
exactly.
Well, especially late at night too.
Yeah.
And you're tired or it's miserable weather, something, you're better off.
And Juna just like the shops. She wants to get her boots every
Well,
single
there you go.
there is.
What is the on Broadway? There's a boot store. Deb,
The Boot Barn?
is it the Boot Barn?
Oh, I think it is. Yeah. Boot Barn.
And it's got every type of boot possible.
Yeah.
And every price possible. But you
Yeah.
don't want the cheap ones. You kind of look at the upper, the ones that cost a little bit more. But yeah, I usually, when I'm there, that's one of the, I don't actually go and hang out on Broadway, but if I'm going to go to a boot store, that's probably the store I'll head to for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah. You pick up, you're like, wow, these are so nice. And you look at the price and you're like, no wonder they're so nice. Like,
yeah, exactly. All right. I'll take a picture and just I'll have a memory of them that way.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, they're not really that comfortable.
Yeah. That's true. Sometimes you gotta like break them in, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it takes forever. Like I had this pair of cowgirl boots and like I didn't really like start wearing them until England. And like I wore them every day, like 3 months. And I was like, and by the end of the tour, they fit so tightly to my like leg and my foot, like they just molded. It took me like literally like maybe 3 minutes to get one off one time. It was like so stuck on my foot, I could not get it off for nothing. But yeah, they definitely mold to you and they get more.
I see Jeff Galco, who's a friend of mine. He just chimed in. He goes, that happened to me today on Broadway. I liked a pair, $549, and left them on the shelf.
So. Wow.
Okay, but Jeff, usually it's buy one and get 2 free, or buy 2 and get 1 free. So you must have missed the sign there somewhere. Yeah,
this is a good song idea.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
See, that's a songwriter right there. That's the songwriter and Joey coming.
I just left them on the shelf.
But he said not at Boot Barn.
Oh, not at Boot Barn. So okay, then there probably wasn't a sale if it wasn't there.
No, sorry, Jeff.
Okay,
Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's a cool
I'll take
dude.
a writer's credit.
There you go.
That's funny.
Yeah, we'll look for that check in a couple of months.
The royalty check of $22.22.
I love it. So what do you guys, when you're doing a show and you get on stage, and do you kind of prep in any way? I mean, you're young, your voices are strong, you still have all that going for you. And as you get older, things kind of change. But how do you take care of your voice and your throat and all that? And how do you prep for a show?
We do definitely a lot of warming up, and we do tea. Starbucks Mint Majesty tea is the way to go. Honey, and we have like a vocal mist thing, which is like a saline solution. It kind of looks like a nebulizer a little bit, and you just kind of like in and out. That helps a lot. Yeah. And vocal zones.
Yeah, vocal zones are good.
In England, we found them in England. They're really good.
What was that?
They're called vocal zones.
Okay.
Vocal zones. Unfortunately, I have allergies, so it's kind of tough for me. Like the heat, the steam is really good for me. So like taking a, like a hot shower.
Good hot shower, sure.
Stuff like that.
I also had the vocal bomb, which is like a little like neti pot, maybe you could call it, and you just put hot water in it, and you just like breathe in and out. Another thing for steam, it's really good.
Do they have those here in the States? I've never heard of that.
Yeah, we ordered ours. We found it in England actually. And then we ordered it for here.
And of course, like a lot of water too. Yeah, water is very important to hydrate. And like sometimes you like don't even realize that you're screaming. Like my family, like they just tell me something, and I'm like, you're screaming, and I'm like, are you deaf? Can you hear this? And I'm like, can you hear this?
Are they loud? Is the family loud?
Oh,
they're Italian, so
like when how many is there when the family gets together?
Oh, the whole family?
Let's say, well, you two, it's only you two, right? Or you don't have any siblings. It's just you guys as siblings. But okay, so you're going to have a family reunion. I mean, are they partiers? Do they like to get together and get loud and have a good time?
Get loud. That's for sure.
Yeah, they get loud and crazy.
The holidays are they're fun. Holidays are a good time. That's for sure. Everybody gets together and there's a lot of stories going on, a lot of yelling. Not yelling. Literally not yelling. It's just talking. But
it's talking loud.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just talking, but it's loud talking because we're just so used to it.
That's the Italian in her.
A lot of hand talking.
Yes.
Your hands.
I do the same thing.
Kind of like this dinner is phenomenal.
It's so funny because there's a professional side of you guys that, when you're on the road or you're around people, you kind of act, you have to act a certain way. But when you're just around each other and you're just yourself, don't you kind of forget that you're artists, or you kind of forget what's like just a whole nother world? How do we want to explain that?
It's just like, I feel like it's like different on social media compared to like live stuff.
Mhm.
Because
Oh, yeah.
social media, it's different. Like people see you from a different point of view.
Mhm.
When they see you in person, you're like totally different. And
Yeah, it's definitely like when we went to New York Fashion Week, and we were like shaking hands, all professional, like nice to meet you, hi, we're Juna, and like we're not trying to put on a front or anything. Obviously, we're trying to be respectful and nice
Sure.
and not be like rowdy and crazy, which we're not normally rowdy and crazy, but and then like we'll just like get to the hotel and we'll be like singing and like in the shower and like
You get to lay just drop, yeah.
And it's just like a different like kind of like way you have to present yourself sometimes,
especially like business related stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just the smile.
I hear you.
it's just
Yeah.
the one where it's like, okay,
Yep.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
that's what I love about this podcast, actually, because we do get to see the personal side of the artist and the giddy side and the funny side, and the personalities come out that we don't always get to see on stage. I mean, really,
That's
you
true.
don't.
yeah, because
So-
like it's more music related. This is more like
Mhm.
talking and more like
Conversation.
It is. And getting to know you. And when people get to know you, they even become more of a fan.
Mhm.
Because, you know, there might be a young lady out there going, oh my God, I'm just like Juna, you know, or some guy, you know, that look, go, hey, that's cool. These guys are cool. You know, you get it. I'm going to check them out. Now you got
They want his haircut. I want a haircut just
Yeah,
like
I
you.
want a haircut like that.
it's not only like how you sound and how you sing, it's how you act, like your
Oh, yeah.
personality and like how funny you are, or just like the
Or
things
if you're just nice.
or just nice. The other things
Yeah.
like matter too. You know, if you're
Yeah,
rude
and
or
I
stuff,
think
you know.
that's like the biggest like social media is like a great way to, you know, gain fans and make a connection with people, but there's literally nothing like meeting someone in person and doing a live show. Like nothing will ever compare to that, because we were trying to build our social media following over COVID, and that's like kind of what we worked on while we couldn't go out and play live shows. And it was just a tremendous difference between when we were doing that and we went to England and we were meeting these kids face to face and we were giving them flyers. And they were like loving our personalities and signing stuff and taking pictures with us, and it enticed them to follow us and keep up with us a lot more than just seeing us
awesome.
online.
Yeah, our followers really increased when we did
Yeah,
that tour.
so
That was like our biggest kind of jump on Instagram and TikTok. Like we gained like 5,000 followers on Instagram. 10,000 on
Very
TikTok.
nice. Very nice. And that really helps. Can I just ask, how does it feel to be an artist in the digital age right now? How does it feel? You've got all this at your fingertips.
Yes, I feel like it's a kind of like a blessing and a curse. It's amazing because we can connect with people through all over the world, and that's amazing, and promote our music in not just like in person ways, but it's also a little bit of a curse because it's like a constant thing, and there's like 18 different social media platforms, right? So you have to keep up constantly with every single one every single day. Also, while trying to write and practice your live show and practice different instruments, it's like definitely a lot of stuff, you know, to work on every day. But it's what we love, so you know we don't mind, and it's just like we enjoy doing it.
Yeah, and it's gonna be crazy, like in a couple of years, like seeing how the world changes and how streaming and all like that is gonna work. Like in a couple of years, like it's gonna be, you know, TikTok, Facebook's gonna rise, or Instagram's gonna go down, and YouTube's gonna go back up. Like it's just like because we're so young, like it can change automatically.
There'll probably be 3 more platforms that you'll all be on.
Probably next month.
Chances are there will be.
Yes, I can't even keep
like,
up.
Imagine in 10 years, like what TikTok's gonna be like, or
there's gonna be a lot more opportunities, I feel like, and that's definitely gonna be helpful.
flying cars and just everything.
Flying cars. That'd be so cool.
I always wanted to be around for the Jetsons age.
They probably don't know who the Jetsons are there, Deb. You guys know who the Jetsons are?
You're probably right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cartoon characters.
Juna
that
is
lived
rolling
in
her
the
eyes
future.
like,
I
don't
know.
think I know.
She has no
That's
clue.
that's like the is where they like drove on like a car or like a thing with stones.
It'll be
Flintstones?
me.
Oh, that's the Flintstones. That's like the opposite end of the spectrum.
It'd be like meet George Jetson when he goes by in the car.
Oh,
you know,
you guys have to
boy
look it up.
Elroy.
I think I've seen it before.
You know what's funny is that my dad feels like nobody knows who the Flintstones are. So every time I go through a drive-thru and they ask for his name, he's like, "It's Fred Flintstone," and he waits for the reaction. I'm like, "We know who he is."
I like that, man.
I do too.
Should be
Who is
educated.
who's better at social media out of the two of you?
I definitely think like I'm more like social media, like tech wise.
Okay.
And
I just come up with the ideas.
Yeah, and
I get you.
More like the editing and posting and kind of thing. Like I feel like I'm just savvy with that. Like I just always have been. Like I Like I'm always like every time something's wrong in the house or the printer goes down or the vacuum stops working, they're like, Juno, come here.
Yep.
I need help. I'm like, okay, I'm coming.
Yep.
Like I don't know. I guess that's just like something I was born with, just like technology and things like that, and putting things together is definitely a skill of mine.
There you go. You gotta have her, man. I'll tell you. Yeah, gotta have somebody that can do that. Joey gets the ideas. You can put it up on the web or whatever platform you're looking at the time. So if I could give you anybody to perform with right now on stage, you know, I'm sure everybody asks you this. It's a question I ask a lot of artists, especially young artists. If you could go on stage or open up for anybody or do anything like that with somebody, who would that be?
That would definitely 100% be Cody Johnson. He's just like so amazing, and I love his voice and his music and everything about him. So I would definitely be so honored. Like I don't even know if I'd be able to do it because it would just be so amazing.
Would you feel very intimidated? Come on, you guys are on stage all the time. You know.
I mean, he's just like so amazing, and I listen to him every day. Just seeing him like in person and like not in my car like radio, I'd be like, wow. I mean, I actually did meet him once in person, and it was like the best day of my life. But I think performing with him would be an honor, just to see kind of like how we can blend with him and like create that cool style. Him and definitely I love Carly Pierce and Ashley McBride. They're two
Carly's awesome. Both of them are
singers.
Phenomenal.
So I love them.
Yeah,
and
I like
Hardy as well.
I like Morgan Hardy, and I've been listening to Randall King lately.
Oh yeah, yep.
You and a Honky Talk is so good.
Very good.
And just all like the Parker and Luke. Those are all my top.
I went to a Luke Combs show here just a couple of weeks ago and just totally blew me away. I mean, and I got a chance to hang with Luke a little bit, and just great conversation, great guy. We talked football. It was really, really awesome. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
We saw one of his concerts here in Florida. It was amazing.
So you're in Florida now?
Yes.
Okay. What's the temperature?
Hot.
Okay.
Hot.
It's even cold here in Nashville. You guys left the weather. You brought the weather with you.
Well, I'm in upstate New York. It's 49.
I know. Well, we have New York weather here right now.
What's it there in Nashville? Well, no. What's it in Nashville, Deb?
It's probably in the 50s now, but it's freezing this morning. And
I'll bet you it's 87 where they are.
35 tonight,
82, 84.
Gosh.
When I go to the Dolphins game, it's like 100.
Yeah.
So. All right. So
what do you guys do? Like, you must hang with your friends. I mean, besides music, I mean, do you guys like to go to games, sports events? What about you, Juna, first?
I love fishing. It's definitely something that I've like taken up recently, and it's really fun. It gets you aggravated, but it's really fun. And
it's fun when you catch things.
It's fun when you catch things.
You got to fight. You got to bring it in. It's cool.
And I was so blessed to be gifted a truck for my birthday. So I've been loving that, just driving around to any possible chance that I get, listening to music. And I also love cooking, and I love shopping.
All right, I have to ask, what kind of truck?
It's a Ford F-150.
Nice. Is it jacked up a little bit?
Yes.
Nice.
I've got some nice rims, and it's got
nice. I've had the Dodge, I've had the Ford, I've had the Silverado.
No, which one's the best?
I loved my Chevy. I mean, they're all good. Don't get me wrong. They all had good things about them. One was as good as the other. It's just, the mood I was in when it was time to get a new vehicle. All right, this time I'm going to check out Chevys. So
I'm hoping to be able to buy a King Ranch of my own one day.
There you go. What about you, Joey?
Just, I love to eat. I love going to the gym. Fitness is a huge thing of mine. It's always been mine. I'm going to be on stage, so I kind of want to look, presentable,
buff,
and
as I pat my belly.
No, but yeah, gym, and I like fishing. I also have a truck too. My dad was very blessed to have a truck as well. When I came home from England, I don't know if you've seen the TikTok,
surprised him,
but yeah, they surprised me with the truck. I was
Which was the hardest secret to keep, by the way. I was just like biting my tongue.
Oh my God. Is it a Ford as well?
Yes.
Nice. Brother and sister each have their own Fords.
Matching Fords. Like his is white and
mine's just black. A little more jacked up, and it's white. But.
Very cool, dude. Very, very cool.
He also plays poker a lot. He plays poker.
Yeah, I play poker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, that could be dangerous,
Yeah.
But I think it's good for the mind because you really got to think and you got to watch what's going on that table.
No, it is. It's pretty fun. It's addicting. It can be very addicting.
Very, very cool. So where do you excuse me, where do you see yourself like in 5 years?
Hopefully, performing alongside one of our favorite artists, having maybe a song collaboration with one of our favorite artists and touring and just putting out new music. And that we actually have some new music that we've written recently that we were so excited to put out. And it's kind of just like us. The more we write, we find kind of exactly where we want to be and exactly what we want to kind of do and what we want to do with our music moving forward. And that's definitely something we've been looking into recently. So these songs are kind of different than our last release.
Kind of different.
We're like a little scared to like put them out and see what our fans think. And but we're really excited about it because we're so proud of them. And
you should be. That's
Yeah.
cool. And it's good to be different. It's good to change it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I would think.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's go back. The single More Than a Maybe is out now. It's available. If somebody wanted to get it, they can probably go to any platform that has their music on it and it's going to be there. What about a website? Can people go and maybe they want to look into you a little bit more? I guess you could just Google Juna N Joey, but
yeah, we have a website, junanjoey.com. You can find like our bio and some press pics of us and things about us and some live footage.
Find some weird photos of us when we were young.
Oh yeah.
Kind of scary.
Wait a minute, you just said find some weird photos of us when we were young. You are young.
I know. Younger, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Babies when they were babies.
When I was baby and I had a really high voice.
So speaking of that, when did you start singing? At what age?
I started singing at like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Super young. I actually saw the movie The Little Rascals for the first time, and I would watch it over and over and over again. I was so inspired by the scene of them at the talent show where they did the song Love by Frank Sinatra. And I was telling my dad, and I started singing it, and he was like, oh my gosh, you have to get her lessons. And I put on my princess dress, and I performed it on our coffee table. And he was like, oh my gosh, and he started crying. And that's kind of how it all started. And I just learned the song and started taking lessons.
And what about you, Joey?
No. Okay.
No, go ahead. So how long have you been?
No, I was just into sports. I played baseball for 8 years.
Okay.
I played a little bit of football, basketball, soccer. I was doing it all. I was playing triple headers and just all sports. Like that's where I was going with sports. I wanted to be the next Aaron Judge. Like that was my
by the way, they did pick, I don't know if you saw it, but they picked up a win. They now move on and to play the Astros. So
okay, awesome.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but they beat the Guardians. So
awesome. So I was all in baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and then one day I went to Juna's lesson because I was just like, I gotta go see what she's doing. And the teacher was like, oh, so I heard you play sports. Do you like play any music? I was like, nah, I just listen to Taylor Swift. Like, in the shower. And then, then I went to the piano. She's like, all right, sing this. I was like, okay. And then
and you stuck with
it.
I
kept doing lessons and kept going. And found out.
Wow. It's amazing you took an interest so quickly, though, especially playing sports. You wouldn't think that.
I didn't even know I had it in me. I just started singing. I was like, wow.
Kind of a funny story, actually. Joey was playing like one of his last baseball games ever. And there was like a group of the whole team was going in the back of the coach's truck, to head over to the next field or whatever it was. And Joey was like, all right, I'm coming. He gets out of the car. And my mom actually runs over his foot.
No.
Yeah. And he actually played the game that day, but then had to have like a cast on. And I guess like that just kind of was the time where he switched over to music and it was just an easy transition.
Yeah, it was crazy that day. I even played the game. Yeah. We won.
And your mom's going to go, I can't believe you just told that story. You make me sound like the bad mom. I run over my kids. No, we know that's not the case. But do you go to baseball games, though? Do you get a chance to get out and see what's going on and just to kind of, keep that interest?
Yeah, my dad. Well, I haven't been to a baseball game lately, but I've been to a couple. We usually go to the Dolphins games, watch football. Oh, cool. That's like our thing.
Oh yeah, well you're close enough. Yeah. But living in West Palm, I mean, you get spring training. We go to West Palm every year for spring training. So whether it's the Nationals, who share the complex with the Astros, or we go over to because we're Mets here now, so we go up to Port St. Lucie. So, but we stay in West Palm, so we just kind of it's close enough.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it, but I do love watching baseball.
Cool.
And I miss playing it, but music is where my heart is. So.
All right, awesome. Well, you're great at music. You're doing it right. You're making it happen. Young, a lot of talent. You've got the single out there, More Than a Maybe. You just keep dropping those. You just a lot of. I can't wait to hear the new music. It's pretty cool. Juna and Joey, I just want to say thanks for spending some time with us here tonight. I know you got a lot of things going on. You got a lot on your plate. So thank you for doing that. We do appreciate that.
Thank you so much for having us.
I love this show. This show's awesome.
Yeah,
you guys are always spontaneous, like always ask the right questions. It goes.
You know why? Now, I don't mean to make this sound bad, and Deb's going to go, I can't believe you're going to say that.
Uh-oh.
You know why? Because we don't take it real serious, but we do take it serious. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like I write down this is how I do it. And if somebody else has a podcast or whatever, and they thinking about doing this, I just write down a few notes. I don't do a lot of, I've been working in the music business for a while, doing country radio for a good number of years, as many years as you guys have been alive. But it's like I don't really think about it a lot. I when we go on, we're going to be talking to some new friends.
Right.
We just talk about, hey, tell us about you, and we'll tell. I love it when you ask questions. I love it. It
nothing is scripted. It's all nothing is scripted.
Yeah.
It's all go with the flow. So we love that, and that's how we get to know you. Because if it was a scripted thing, it would just be very robotic. This way, we really see your personality and we have conversation about life. So
exactly. I just want to say thank you for joining us. Enjoy your mug. You have the mugs, right? You have the Skip Happen mugs.
We do. They are in our
cabinet.
Yep. Right at the bottom.
I believe you.
It's not those ones that are in the back that you got to move the glasses for.
It's not in the back.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny though? You open up. Our house is the same way. I have my favorite mugs in the front of the cabinet. But if you're reaching for the ones in the back, then they got to go.
How many Skip Happens cups do you have?
How many do I have?
I can just picture his cabinet.
Just like 1,000.
Oh, dude. If I'm in search, if I need a coffee mug quick, I'll go grab one out of my box of coffee mugs. But then they get washed, and then they end up in that cupboard with every other Skip Happens mug. So.
That's why they're asking how many you have up there. So how many emergencies did you have
there's
to
a lot of them.
grab one?
There's a lot of them. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's been great for you guys to join us here tonight. And again, thank you. Skip Happens. That's what it's all about. It's the journey of an artist. And you guys are, climbing that ladder and making it happen and putting out great music and just enjoying life. And don't stop smiling and just keep doing what you're doing. It's awesome. Juna and Joey, make sure you look them up. You can check them out online. Just Google them. You'll get all the info. That's what I did. Just Google them. Google. Oh, by the way, do you know what the most visited website is in the United States?
I don't.
Visited website.
The most visited website in the United States. This is a fact. It was in my show prep today.
JunaNJoey.com.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yes. No, it's Amazon.
Wow.
And I had everybody on the air saying, no, it's Google. It's Google. No, it's Amazon.
That
Think
I
about
believe.
it.
Wow.
That I do believe it. So because we're all, our lives have changed and we're shopping online. In Canada, what do you think is the most popular website?
Google.
No, it's not Google. It's not Amazon, but it's Reddit.
Oh, I forgot about Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I get my dad. I do a feature called the Dad Joke of the Day every day. And that's where I get my dad jokes. Now I just let the secret out of the bag, but you go to Reddit.
I've ever been on Reddit before, ever.
Yeah, be careful where you go on there, but they're there. If you know what I mean. Just saying. But anyways, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us here on Skip Happens tonight. Make sure you give us a like on YouTube. YouTube's got a new thing now. You can go youtube.com/@Skip Happens. I don't know if there's something new they came up with. Instead of going with the channel thing, you can go @Skip Happens. And Deb, your information is
the Facebook and Instagram at the official CMFC, the official country music fan club. So I think we're already following you guys, but I will double check because we're usually letting everybody know what's going on in your life. And if you get a chance, follow us back. We'll just keep tagging each other, and hopefully when you're out in Nashville, I'll catch one of your shows if you get to perform locally here somewhere.
Yes, hopefully we'll be playing at the Opry soon. So
Oh yeah, I was going to ask about that. Now that you mentioned it, nothing's set in stone yet, correct?
Not set in stone, but
no,
hopefully in the future.
But we got
yeah, I think it's going to happen rather quickly. So
thank you.
I think so. All right, it's Juna and Joey. Everybody, you guys hang on there. We're going to sign off. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Skip Happens.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all.